Good morning, class. This is Papa Llama. So, I just wanted to tell you that I love Transformers. I was part of the G1 generation, the first generation of toys that came out back in the 80s. I had, unfortunately, I only had 2 Transformers growing up. My parents couldn't afford to buy that many toys when we were young, but I was very graceful that I was able to get those 2 toys from my parents. But I loved the entire series, the entire concept, the cartoons. I loved every single bit of it. Can't say that I liked the Michael Bay movies. The first one was great, and then they kind of got worse from there. So I was a little disappointed with that whole series. In fact, I don't even think I saw the very last Transformer movies. But then they came out with a new movie trailer that just came out today, and I saw it, and I might have found my love for Transformers again. Okay, let's watch it. And but I do have to say I'm outraged because nobody picked up the big swindle that was occurring in this movie trailer. Okay, let's watch it real quick, and I'll comment through it. In fact, the big swindle that I was referring to is within the first second, and then it occurred again at minute 1:48 seconds, and then at 2 minutes and 3 seconds, I believe. So keep an eye out for it, and I'll put a few comments through this trailer. So let's watch it together. There you go, swindle. That's swindled already. All right, so Bumblebee official trailer. What do we got here? A little bit of smoke. Paramount Mountain.
Let me tell you something.
Guess she's supposed to be in California, I'm not sure. Finds a car.
Pick the car.
Bees and Bumblebee, interesting.
Car picked the driver. It's a mystical bond between man and machine. It's a mystical bond between man and machine.
Uh-oh, what's happening? Oh, the first signs that this might not be what meets the eye. Oh, another eye reference. And there we go, Bumblebee.
Who are you? Do you speak? I won't hurt you. What's your name?
Alright, we're gonna get swindled again. Right there, do you see that?
You got people out there who need you.
There you go.
This is why you're here.
You see
babe.
that? Do you see that? I feel swindled.
You know, beat music can help you say what you're feeling.
And I actually got a chuckle out of this. Really. All right, guys. So, there you go. I think it's going to be a good movie. I like the fact that it seems like he's going back to old school. I hope he doesn't make the humans the main characters of the main plot of this movie, because really Transformers is about the robots. That's what people want to see. That's what we want to spend the money on. Now, talking about robots, I said I felt swindled in a few parts, so let's review some of those parts, and we'll start off with this at the beginning of the trailer, right there. You see what appears to be Bumblebee coming down onto the ground, but if you look at him, he definitely has this insect head. A very interesting insect head because it doesn't look like a bumblebee, it looks like an ant. Other couple of things you may want to notice is his shoulder pads back there, and this interesting grill down here. Okay? Alright, so then I want to go down to 1:45. I think that's where I saw it. There we go again. That's the same the same scene, but a little bit clearer. That's high definition. But again, let's look at this. Ant face, look at these shoulder pads. Those are off-road wheels, and they look bigger than something that you would put on a VW. And again, look at the grill down here. That's part of his chest plate. What could that be? I don't know. Oh, by the way, this is probably the most awesome transformation that I've seen. I mean, this is what sold me on the entire movie. So I will see this movie. Okay, and then let's move over. Let's fast forward real quick over here. Let's look at this. So the reason I keep saying I felt swindled is because I think that this is not Bumblebee. I think this is a character named Swindle. He was a yellow Jeep Wrangler, and he was actually not an Autobot, but a Decepticon. And he was part of a group of 4 or 5 other Decepticons, and they would combine. And I think they were called Combatrons or something. Something like that. And when they combined, they would form a new robot called Bruticus, or Bruticus, I believe. So, which leads me to believe that the big boss of this movie, it hasn't been shown in this trailer, but it might be Bruticus. Okay. So, anyways, again, if you look at this grill here, that is definitely a Jeep grill. And you look at the tires, and that is not a VW tire. That is definitely... And again, I personally think that this head looks more like a ant head than it does a Bumblebee head. I can see how people are confused because of the yellow and black. So this is just a few of my observations there. So people can understand who Swindle was. He was, again, a yellow Decepticon. This is what the toy version of him looked like. See the big tires and the grills. Yeah, I mean, it was, again, I could see how people can easily think that this is a Bumblebee character when they just flash it on the screen really quickly. Again, he was from Generation 1. He was actually in the cartoon. The reason he was called Swindle is because he kind of is like a Ferengi in Star Trek, where all he's interested is in business and being an entrepreneur and making money and not necessarily doing it in a honest fashion. So that's why they named him Swindle officially. But again, Swindle did combine with other, here it is, Combaticons, and they did form Bruticus. So, very exciting. Here's some pictures of what Swindle looked like during the movie. And what's interesting is that Starscream, if I remember correctly, Starscream brought Swindle back to life to try to help overthrow Megatron. And I think that's what the plot for the cartoon was. So I would be really interesting if this is what this particular movie is about, the overthrow of Megatron. Okay. What else do I have? These are just some toys, various toys of Swindle. You know, and it's interesting because over time, Swindle has changed. I think at one point in time, he was a helicopter. And then he was some kind of futuristic race car. It's hard to really, say, what he is in today's time, but definitely the G1 generation of Transformers, he was a yellow Jeep Wrangler. Okay, guys, that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed it. I really was excited when I saw it, and I just had to make this video. I know it's like totally different from every other video I made, but hey, that's me. All right, class, have a great day. If I think of anything new, I will definitely post it here. I will talk to you later.